Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud.
This time on Secrets,
You're getting a whole VIP experience here.
Really cool space.
we're wining, dining, and socializing at a Bardstown Road hotspot for small plates that boast big flavors.
Because it's more fun to, try different things.
Come with us into the kitchen at Louvino, where the head chef is revealing his secrets to Scallop scampi, steak and jalapeno hoecakes,
It's absolutely excellent.
and how to make Lovino's absolutely addictive bacon-wrapped dates yourself.
Bacon from Paris was perfecto.
I think we'll be seeing more of each other in the future.
It's Secrets Behind the Scenes at Louvino, and it starts right now.
Bon appetit.
Hi everybody, I'm Kevin Harned. Welcome to another tasty edition of Secrets, the show that takes you into the kitchens, behind the scenes, to some of Louisville's best restaurants so you can learn how to do what the chefs are doing in your own kitchen. This time we're along Bardstown Road at Louvino.
It's one of our favorite restaurants. It's just fantastic.
Well, everything's clean and gleaming and smells like cedar. It's really cool space.
Fantastic. It's absolutely exceptional.
The food is unique, not only in the way that it tastes, but also in the way that it's served.
The concept is, tapas style, but I'm not Spanish, so I can't call it that. I call it small plates, where you can come in and have some wine, a drink, maybe a nice beer, and try several different plates. That's how I like to eat personally. I would rather have 3 different things than have to get one entree.
Being able to share it with friends and having good wine, it's great.
The small plate concept lets you taste your way through the menu, both with food and wine.
We have 60 by the glass, which is pretty insane for by the glass amounts.
Tavis Rockwell is like a kid in a candy store as the chef at Louvino. After working at Jack Fry's and Equus for many years, he developed a love for the small plate.
Doing all the 5-course tastings and 9-course tastings and things, I enjoyed making all those small plates and people being able to try, multiple flavors at a time. And I wanted to have a restaurant that, served food at a restaurant that was kind of like that. But you didn't necessarily have to commit to a 5-course or a 9-course. You could just pick a few small plates. I just love that style of dining.
And Louisville seems to like it too, as Louvino has been another local restaurant success story right out of the gates.
One of the things that people really enjoy here are the bacon wrapped dates. My spin on it is I stuff them with Stilton cheese. You can get the dates. Sometimes they have pits in them, sometimes they don't. You just cut the side of them, pop the pit out, spread them open, and then you get some of your cheese. So we stuff them all with some Stilton cheese here real quick. We pre-cook a bacon like, 80% of the way. So it's still, it's floppy like this. Don't tell anybody how much bacon's in these, okay? So we par-cook the bacon, and then there's 4 dates on a plate. 1 date gets a whole slice of bacon. So if you want to eat a whole plate of dates, you're eating 4 pieces of bacon. So, and then the other thing is, this isn't food that you're gonna want to eat every day.
Well, you might want to eat it every day. It's just that it might be a little too much of a good thing.
Because the next thing we're gonna do is drop these in the deep fryer. So then we take them over here, 350 degrees, and we drop them in the fryer until that bacon gets crispy. On the plate, we do baby arugula. So you get a pinch of arugula that, might make you feel better that they're deep fried now.
The chef lightly dresses the greens with his homemade basil vinaigrette.
There's a little bit of champagne vinegar, a little sugar, salt, fresh basil, and then just blend oil. I don't like to use olive oil just because I feel like it gets a little bitter when you make a dressing with it.
The greens create a bed in the center of the plate.
So then we put these on here. Let's see. And the toothpicks are to hold the bacon on the date, and it also helps with eating them. The next thing we do for this dish is we reduce port wine. This bottle right here is actually, there's probably 3 bottles of port in this reduction. And just kind of drizzle it on the plate, off the plate, on the table, And these are our bacon wrapped dates.
The bacon from Paris was perfecto.
I love the reduction, the sauce on it.
They're so good, Louvino has been known to crank out 200 of these babies on a busy night. One taste, and you'll see why.
You can't go wrong with bacon wrapped in dates and cheese.
It might just be impossible to eat just one. In fact, it might be the best date you've ever had.
I think we'll be seeing more of each other in the future. It's a very good date.
Stick around because we have a lot more small plate secrets to share coming up,
Finish it with a little bit of butter.
including a new twist on scampi.
It's a pretty great dish. One of my favorites, honestly.
And later, jalapeno hoecakes and steak, a Southern comfort small plate that's bursting with big flavor.
That's the secret.
So stick around, you'll learn the secrets as Tavis Rockwell takes us into the kitchen to show us on Secrets of Louisville Chefs.
Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud, with support from the Kentucky Beef Council. In Kentucky, beef is still what's for dinner. PNC Bank, for the achiever in you.
Nicely done, beef. You might be the only meat with a knife named after you. A protein like no other. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets. I'm Kevin Harnett at Lovino, the place that's become known for big flavors on small plates. The plates might be small, but the menu, well, not so much.
It's probably 20-ish options, and then we run specials.
And the Lovino menu is always changing, according to what local farmers are growing.
Keep changing with the seasons. I have a farmer that I always use. His name's David Gary Farms out of Paris, Kentucky. I get all my farm fresh eggs twice a week from him. I get all my pork from him, and like I said, chickens, and he has all kinds of heirloom tomatoes and things in the summertime as well.
Using as many local ingredients as he can is one of Tavis Rockwell's secrets to putting the best food possible on every plate.
I have people that are really, they really love growing vegetables and stuff, and when you have the love there and then bring it here, you know, you want to do fun stuff with it, and it just makes it that much better. There's so many things that go into that one plate you're eating. Believe it or not, there's a lot, you know, from farmers to people that distribute it to the people that cook it. And so I appreciate that you like everything, but there's a whole lot of stuff that happens for that plate on your table.
Lucky for us, Chef Tavis is going to share the secrets to what needs to happen to make this dish. He calls it his scallop scampi.
Well, scampi is actually just the sauce. It's usually butter and it's the garlic and butter, and usually with shellfish as well. But what I'm gonna do is scallop scampi, and we're gonna put it over top of angel hair pasta. So what I'm gonna do here is these beautiful U10 diver scallops. I'm going to dust these in flour. So I dust them in a little bit of, this is just plain seasoned flour, so salt and pepper, AP flour. I'm gonna throw the dusted scallops right in here and start the cooking process.
The chef sears the scallops on one side, and then he'll make a sauce in the same pan while cooking the other side of the scallops.
On the edge of this scallop, see how you can start to see that brown? You don't necessarily need to lift it up, and you can tell how cooked it is by that right there, how far it's cooked up the scallop. You can tell the color by that. That's why I always tell people, don't touch it, let it keep cooking. You know, you don't want to disturb the sear that you're getting in there. They take a little longer than you'd think for these big guys. You could also do this dish with, like I said, with shrimp. You could get maybe some bay scallops and do them at home. Do it with chicken. So this guy is starting to get where you want it. You can start to see how it's getting that nice golden color there. There we go. So we'll flip them over just like that, and then we're gonna turn the heat down a little bit and start to make our sauce here. So in the sauce, I have a garlic and shallot puree. What we do is we simmer garlic and shallots in oil until they're fork tender, and then we drain that oil off and just blend them up. There's a little salt in there as well. We also have roasted tomatoes. These are one of my favorite products. It's a Lovino roasted tomato. You can actually get these at Kroger now. They also have that condiment bar, you know, where you can get olives and things like that. They have these tomatoes there most of the time. These are one of my favorite things to have in the kitchen. So we'll take that puree I was talking about and just throw it straight in the pan. So it looks like a lot, and it is, but garlic is the best part of this dish, I think. You can use chopped garlic as well if you want to at home. I just like the taste of this in this particular dish.
Watch now as the chef fires up the pan with some cooking sherry.
We're about to get flambe in here. All right. I wouldn't recommend doing it like this at home, just because you don't have this at home. So sherry, and then this is just a little bit of veg stock that I put in there just to keep it from reducing too quickly, and it also adds flavor. It's a veg and mushroom stock. I'm gonna put those tomatoes I just talked about in here as well. And then the other part of scampi that makes it delicious, a little fresh lemon juice. This is just some capellini or angel hair pasta. I'm gonna throw that over top. And I'm gonna throw in a little bit of that herb mix. This herb mix, all this is parsley and oregano that I'm gonna use in this. We'll finish it with a little bit of butter. We transfer those scallops straight onto the plate like this. And then we finish the sauce in the pasta. And this is all being done every time we get an order, just like this. And then it starts to get this thick, saucy consistency in there. You take that and we put it in the middle, and then they all get a little bit of fresh Parmigiano Reggiano shaved on top. And that is our scallop scampi dish with angel hair pasta.
So many big flavors on such a small plate. And there's more where that came from. Up next, beef never tasted so good.
It's absolutely excellent.
It's Southern comfort food with a modern twist.
Southern comfort food in a way with kind of a world influence, I would say.
Marinated steak with jalapeno hoecakes and the secrets to doing it yourself. Secrets of Louisville Chefs at Louvino continues after this.
Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud.
Nicely done, beef. You might be the only meat with a knife named after you. A protein like no other. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to Secrets. It's coming to you from Louvino, a hot spot on Bardstown Road, known for wining, dining, and socializing.
I love being able to try different wines. I like the small plates. It's very social. It's just a wonderful restaurant.
You want to come in and share, socially share a glass of wine with everyone and get 4 or 5 plates and everybody just try it, pass it around. It's meant to be shared and, you know, have fun with it that way as well.
You can also try a variety of wines because there are dozens of them available by the glass.
We have the wine station, which keeps the higher echelon of the wines for up to 60 days without any change in flavor profile. So we're able to have all that by the, by the glass or by the taste.
Sample your way through a flight of wine or indulge yourself with some bourbon or beer. They have that too. And you can enjoy all of it right alongside some of Louisville's greatest. Along with pictures of Muhammad Ali and Jennifer Lawrence, you'll also find one of Louisville's greatest chefs at Louvino, Tavis Rockwell, who seemed destined to become a chef from the get-go.
I loved watching Julie Childs and Great Chefs of the World when that was on PBS stuff, and I've been saying it for a long time, and my mom probably hates me, but she was always the casserole queen. I mean, a single mom, bringing up the 2 kids, and a lot of times, she would just throw together a casserole, and I love your casseroles, Mom, but I always wanted something more, and I love watching those shows, so I started playing around with stuff, and I enjoyed it, so I wanted to, decided I wanted to do that for a living.
Now, he's one of the top chefs in town with a style that's all his own.
I mean, I kind of go all over the board. It's kind of, some of it's Southern comfort, some of it's, world influence, and, I did do some fun things, like we have fried chicken tacos, short rib macaroni and cheese, and we have, shrimp and grits. It's kind of eclectic, honestly.
And right now, Chef Tavis is ready to reveal the secrets to one of his most requested dishes, marinated steak and jalapeno hoecakes.
Which a hoecake is cornbread done like a pancake. The reason it's called a hoecake is because on They actually would cook them on the back of hoes on farms that they had in, like, put them in a fire, pull them out, and then they dump the mix on there and make hoecakes. It's like having cornbread with a meal.
Here, the chef does them on a griddle, not a hoe.
No, we're using the flat top. Sometimes she might be called that. But...
The first secret to the dish is the steak and the seasoning for it.
The jalapeno hoecakes and steak. The steak is actually filet. This is all filet. The reason it looks like chunks is because the meat purveyor that does this cuts steaks for other restaurants, like 8-ounce steaks, and there's always excess when you cut steaks. So they save all that, cryovac it, and we buy it from them. So everybody's like, oh, the steak is really good on there. No, it's filet. And then we season it, and it usually sits for a day in the seasoning. The seasoning is what I'm about to mix up here. So it's a little bit of chili powder. This is actually a little bit of coriander. Then we have cumin, and that was actually ground thyme. This is the cumin. Ground thyme adds a little nice flavor in there. Little spice, which is the cayenne, and then salt and pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder.
You could mix this up yourself, but here's a secret. A good taco seasoning can be a great shortcut.
If you would buy like a taco seasoning at the store, a lot of that stuff would already be in it. It's onion, garlic powder, heavy taco seasoning. And then you take this and dump it on your filet. Mix this guy up. So you massage it all in there. I'm gonna take this and just put a little bit of non-stick on there, pan or whatever, and throw it straight on the grill.
And now for the secrets to the Lovino hoecakes.
So this is just a standard cornbread mix. What I'm using is a local, and you guys might know it, Weisenberger, our local mill.
The secret is to thin it out so it's not as thick as cornbread batter.
Cornbread's usually thicker, so it needs to be a little thin because you want it to be like a pancake. This is the juice from pickled peppers. That adds a little tang. It adds a little more flavor than just water. It's just like pickle juice. Like, you just hold it and pour out the juice. And we had all this juice left over, and I was like, you know what, we should just go ahead and put that in the hoe mix. So we put it in the hoecake mix, and it's delicious. And it's also the same peppers that you can get if you ever add it on to your subs at a well-known freaky fast delivery service. That's what they use as well, cherry peppers. I'm not giving them a plug. And we're gonna crack one of these farm fresh eggs in here. Like that. They're imported from Paris, Kentucky. And then you mix that in there. That's gonna add a little bit of binding, and as well as a leavening agent to make it nice and fluffy.
And to make it nice and spicy, Chef Tavis goes for a fresh jalapeno. He slices it, dices it, and adds it right into the batter.
So this is the consistency you're going for. Like I was saying, it's pretty much like pancake. Exactly like, and if it's a little lumpy, don't worry about it. Forget about it, it's just food. I'm gonna take some of this, and you get 2 to an order. So we'll put 2 dollops on the grill. And just like pancakes at home, you're gonna wait till the bubbles pop, and then you're gonna flip them over. It's not too intimidating, not too hard, right? That's the secret. So then you flip them over, the golden brown, delicious, and this side doesn't take as long as the other side, of course. We take the steak off, bring it over here, and usually let this sit for a minute, rest. You let the meat rest, let all those juices get sucked back up inside of it, and then we take this guy and we slice it. It should be a beautiful mid-rare. So, just like that.
And it gets even better with Lovino's house-made poblano tomato hot sauce.
There's a little bit of guajillos in there, as well as roasted poblanos. There's a lot of tomato, a lot of garlic, and a little bit of cilantro in this. Brown sugar, local honey, all in the sauce. That's why I was saying there's a lot to this dish. And we do that on them. It is a little spicy, but it's not over the top spicy, I don't think. And then just for fun, we throw a little garnish on the plate, just like this. Nice little pile of meat there. This gets topped with a couple tomatoes, and then micro cilantro, and that is the marinated steak.
Grilled steak with jalapeno hoecakes and a house-made hot sauce. It's a small plate that's big on flavor.
And you'll be surprised how full you get off that. It's pretty much like a small entree.
And it's something you'll only find in Louisville right here at Lovino. Or have it at your house, now that you know the secrets to how it's made.
You can probably do that at home, right? It's just food.
Thanks to Chef Tavis and everyone here at Louvino for making us feel at home. And thank you for watching. If you're looking for Tavis's recipes or any of the recipes featured on our show, they're easy to find, along with a complete restaurant guide for our great city. It's located at newlocaltv.com. I'm Kevin Harned. For all of us at B&B Productions, we'll see you next time on Secrets.
Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud.